Alright, gang, welcome. It's Treasure Tuesday from the bathroom. That's right, gang, from the bathroom. Oh, now it's not going to want to work now. Wait a minute. Oh, work. Yep. Wait a minute. There. Oh, it. There it is. Anyway, gang, that's right. Treasure Tuesday from the bathroom here at Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Yeah, gang, that's right. For the second one. That's right. It's the second annual live stream from the throne room. That's right, gang. This show has gone to, wait for it, anyway, gang, here we are. Hi, Lincoln Central Coins. Goes talk with the Risers. That gal, she even follows me into the bathroom. Holy cow. Hey, there's TNC Diggers, Ambient Girl, Relic Hunter, hi, Ozzy Darren, hello, Jersey History Hunters, hi. Oh, there's the Matting, hi, Matting, and oh, there's Yeoman Gall, hi, Yeoman. And, oh, there's Ken Peavy, that guy, oh my goodness, and North Jersey Detector, oh, yes, please, a courtesy flush, yep, always, yes, always. And one of the things about setting up a show like this is making sure everyone in your household has gone to the... They're probably used to it by now. But anyway, gang, hi. I tell you what, there's David Carlisle, hi. And Miss Linda Wallace, hi. And Digging Canuck, hi, Liz. And I tell you what, gang, we've got a show for you this evening. And not your typical run-of-the-mill show. No, you get to watch a guy on top of the toilet for an hour. And but anyway, gang, yeah, we have a show, and it's relevant to somewhat coins and metal detecting in particular. And yes, gang, that's right, history of the outhouse. Well, I tell you. And anyway, gang, do you guys need a new shower curtain? I won Melly Man's 3X shirt last night. For a bit, it had me there for a second. I was like, somebody gave away a shower curtain on their channel? Why didn't I think of that? Anyway. And anyway, gang, welcome one and all to... Oh, there's Rivendell. Hey, there's Hoosier. And I tell you what, welcome one and all to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream from the bathroom. That's right, gang. And but anyway, gang, here we go. Ready or not? Well, welcome once again to Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. Second. That's right. This is the second annual bathroom live stream. It's the second one. That's right. As if the first one wasn't enough. But anyway, gang, I tell you, we got a show for you tonight. And by the way, potty humor and poo emoji your little hearts out. Just keep it somewhat relevant, clean. Just don't use that one four-letter word. Poop is fine. That's four. But that other one, leave that one alone. But anyway, gang, that's right. Poop emoji and potty humor your little hearts out. Tonight we've got news and upcoming. That's right, gang. All kinds of stuff coming up. And then, gang, history of the outhouse. And we're kind of going to combine that as we go through the history of the outhouse, as also too as far as the explanation of an outhouse. we're going to throw a little bit of treasure hunting tips in there to kind of open up your mind. You know, a lot of people look for the cellar holes, but you know what, gang? There's a lot more things on that property that you can be looking for other than the cellar hole. But we'll get to that in a little bit. And then, gang, tonight we have a viewer appreciation giveaway. Yeah, gang, that's right. I tell you what, we've got a giveaway where you see it down there kind of already. You have a 1876 seated, that wasn't planned, 1876 seated Liberty Dog. Why is she sitting? Well, okay, she could be, well, there you have it. But anyway, gang, that's part of the giveaway. Then, of course, that's right, you also have a packet. That's right, a packet of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's toilet paper. That's right, gang, after all, it is the bathroom show. And then, gang, if there was ever a show that Reiser held where chocolate was appropriate or, well, inappropriate, it'd be this one. That's right, gang, a humongous chocolate Lincoln scent. That's right. And what if we sent this off to be graded? I don't know. But anyway, gang, that's right. That will be included in tonight's giveaway. And you know what, gang? Tonight's show is brought to you by none other than Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. Oh, yeah. You know, we got this little clip. Now, this little clip gets a little sketchy. And only because, for whatever reason, it likes to use a whole lot of memory. But we actually have footage. That's right, footage of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper being used. That's right, gang. And here you go. Have a look at this.
And I got a little of this. Let's see it in action. To blow my nose, that is.
Yeah, it's a G-rated channel. And sometimes PG.
Oh, look, they're cute. I need like 4. These people coming, they're going to hear me blow my nose. Now, I don't think we could get it back in the package after. No. I'll put it in my pocket. Oh, yeah. They're coming. All right, here we go.
Come on, close to it.
Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh, your butt showing on camera.
Come on, my back, my butt not.
Anyway, gang, that's right. From the Jersey History Hunters, be sure you subscribe to RTHE. Great channel. And thank you so much for demonstrating how Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper can be used. And all you folks just were waiting for something else. I know it. I'm kidding. I know this audience by now. And yeah, anyway. Of course, you know, if Reiser could have thought about it a little harder. Maybe a chimpanzee at the zoo and with a pet. No, anyway. But anyway, guys, yeah, thank you so much for all, Rachel. Oh my goodness, I tell you what, gang, I gotta try and get the memory down on that clip so it'll play more fluid. But anyway, great clip. But anyway, gang, that's right. Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. It goes wherever you do for whatever you have to do. But anyway, gang, look for it in the freezer aisle at your local grocer. Now that would be a fun practical joke, now wouldn't it? I mean, you know, put some toilet paper in your freezer, right? And then just before a company comes over, put it on the. Oh yeah, that way when they have to go potty, why they're reaching, and it's all for I don't know. But anyway, gang, that's right. Oh boy. Anyway, try and catch up with chat shrinkage. What's about shrinkage? Anyway. And, see, Jersey History Hunter says it was very soft. And, and anyway, gang, I tell you, never eat and watch Charlie at the same time. Oh, no, TC. Yeah, that's kind of, yeah, you were just asking for it. Hey there, Kickstarter, how are you? And anyway, gang, boogies! Oh, I tell you, boogies, farts, all I tell you, no matter how old you get, they're still fun. I mean, as juvenile as they are. And when you're in the lurch, out in the birch, you don't have to search. Reach for risers. There you go. And anyway, I was about to wonder what kind of show this was going to be. North Jersey, been watching for some time. You probably have an idea. And thank goodness that is how it was used. Oh my goodness. But anyway. All right, moving right along. Well, anyway. So, cats. Oh, anyway. Anyway. So, upcoming news and upcoming next week, game night. That's right, gang. We're back on our usual, I almost said normal again. We're back on our usual night for game night, which is the second Tuesday of the month. And game night will be Tuesday, October the 8th. That's just next week. And a little trivia night and etc. and stuff to look at. And then, gang, 10:15, Risers will be live. Well, we're live now. We'll be live from someplace else. And whether we're going to be using the phone or whether I'll be dragging the laptop somewhere with me has yet to be determined, but we will still be holding our normal Tuesday night show. So do expect us next week. Why? Won't be. I won't be in my armchair. And speaking of which, speaking of my normal armchair and whatnot, this toilet sits higher than my chair. It's kind of different, and it's like I'm looking down on you people. But it's not as comfortable as my chair. Of course, I could probably live stream longer from sitting here. That way I don't have to, no intermission. Hey, we're right here. And but anyway, gang, all right, back to this. And then, gang, on October the 22nd will be a, not normal, a typical Reiser venue. And then, gang, I tell you what, this thing and that guy. That's right, gang. It's November. November the 8th through the 10th. That's right, gang. It's Ken Peavy's Coin Seminar Weekend. That's right, gang. All the fun with coins in a seminar setting without the high, exaggerated concession stand prices. That's right. You won't find that $10 hot dog on that weekend. But anyway, gang, let me tell you what. It's always a great time, and you are just bound to learn something. And if you would like to participate, kind of do a little presentation, whether or not, it's a half an hour long or an hour long or whatnot, why, do get a hold of Ken Peavy for a time slot. And I tell you, it's a grand time with grand people. And do we need to talk about giveaways? Of course. Oh, why not? And I tell you what, some terrific giveaways are lined up for that weekend. Everybody's going to have a clue during their show, which you need to gather. And I tell you what, you could be the winner. And anyway, gang, I tell you, there's even going to be a kind of a special giveaway for the kickoff. That's right, Reiser will be hosting the kickoff for the Coin Seminar Weekend on Friday, November the 8th at 9 p.m. That's right, Eastern Standard Time. And we will be having a special giveaway ourselves. Now, I tell you what, I've been kind of thinking hard about my subject matter. After we do kind of the little kickoff spiel, we will be doing a little coin segment. And I tell you what, I've been bouncing back and forth. I may do a little half-cent segment, and I'm not sure if that's what I'm going to stick with or not, but that's actually kind of a little bit of a thing I've been working on lately. But anyway, gang, a great event. Coin Seminar Weekend, and I tell you what, and these shows, that's right, these live streams, are by people who are not only knowledgeable, but passionate about coins, numismatics, etc. And I tell you what, gang, give me someone with a passion over a PhD any day. And anyway, gang, that's it. Ken Peavy's Coin Seminar Weekend, November the 8th through the 10th. Save the date. There you have it. And I tell you, it should be a good time as always. And also, too, real quick. I mean, really quick. Well, that wasn't the quick part. But anyway, gang, donations are now being accepted for Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's New Year's Eve extravaganza. That's right, gang. We will be accepting giveaway donations from the community, and whether it be coins or a cash donation towards the community-sponsored Garrett Carrot giveaway. That's right. Now, all the giveaways and whatnot that we're be sponsoring for New Year's Eve will be community sponsored, and we will be having, that's right, it has been decided upon, doing a Garrett Carrot giveaway for New Year's Eve. That's right, the New Year's Eve show. And I tell you what, now I haven't quite decided which Garrett Carrot to do, whether or not to do the one that can hook up to your earphones or just a plain Garrett Carrot. But anyway, gang, we have started the special ticker down below for the donors. And I tell you what, we'll kind of take a look at down there again. Let's see, kind of giveaway donors. That gal. All right. Now, see, I kind of have to make her. I can say, hey, donate to the show or no more cemeteries. Anyway, no, she donated to the New Year's Eve extravaganza. Miss Linda Wallace. Now, she has donated coins for us to use on our normal show, but we are going to save some of those for the New Year's Eve extravaganza. Thank you, Miss Linda. And also, too, Mom. Thanks, Mom. She doesn't know she did it yet, but she did. And but Mom's always supportive, as moms are. Yes, we're going to donate to the My Boys thing, and And, of course, she doesn't know we're on the toilet tonight, live streaming all over YouTube. So, anyways, that may change. Hey, there's Mike Badger. Hi. So, anyway, gang, and also, too, and like I said, if you happen to donate, we'll stick you down on the ticker. And, again, that giveaway extravaganza will be New Year's Eve show. We'll be streaming for 5 hours and 15 minutes. Oh, goodness. But, anyway, gang. And two, congrats again to Amy, a.k.a. Part-Time Detector. The gal that live streams or lives in her car. And she won last year's giveaway extravaganza. So congrats again to her. And again, she won the Garrett Carrot, community-sponsored Garrett Carrot giveaway from last year. And two, gang, any amount or donation is greatly appreciated because, some of us, why, $1 is an awful lot of money, and to others of us, $100 isn't exactly a lot of money. So don't go crazy, but, if you feel like if you want to contribute whatever, do feel free. Now, the New Year's Eve extravaganza is developing into a fine show. Nostalgia, history, coins, giveaway. I tell you, New Year's Eve poo. That's right. And it should be great fun. 12/31/19. That's right. And we'll creep on over into the new year. 7 p.m. it starts Eastern Standard Time. And we'll probably end it right around 1/4 midnight into the new year. Mark it down on the calendar. Hey, you know what? Reiser can be the last thing on your calendar if you write it down on your calendar. That's a nauseating thought. But say your new year could only get better from there. Anyway, gang, try and catch up with chat and see what is going on. And because, we just went rambling on forever. And B&M Outdoor Pursuits. Hi, York. And North Jersey Detective. That's about the time I'll be passing out. See, you can actually win something, and then it'll be a surprise. And rigged redraw. And we haven't given anything away yet, North Jersey. Oh my goodness. And in Sweden, they call it poop. Pup poop. Okay. And he's funny. You can't keep me away from the dead. No, that you're like a magnet. And North Jersey says, with all the alcohol that will be flowing on New Year's Eve, I can't even imagine all the carrot jokes. Oh my goodness, I tell you. And good thing I'm still deaf from the last flush. You know what? If any of you guys, I'm trying to remember, if any of you guys happen to be in the New Jersey area or anywhere where we have a convenience store, call it a Wawa. You just want to be sure to use their restroom. They have the loudest flushing toilet on the planet. And as if the toilet doesn't flush loudly after you wash your hands, they have one of those air hand dryer things. Holy cow, I tell you, that thing works at a decibel. Oh my goodness, that is, I don't know. Crazy, crazy stuff. Anyway, gang. All right. Well, we will. Will there be pizza? And I jumped out of my skin that time. And but anyway, gang. Let me tell you what. All right, we're going to move on to our. We have Wawas in Florida now. Holy cow, they're everywhere now. And but anyway, gang, we're moving on to the outhouse segment of our show, and we're going to kind of take a look at this with an open mind. And because actually, believe it or not, the outhouse is also, now I'm a barn guy. I like to look for the barns on the old property. But I've also, too, always tried to locate the privy or the outhouse. And, well, we'll get into that here in a few seconds. But anyway, gang, an outhouse. That's right, an outhouse. And we'll throw a couple more photos up here. Maybe. Kind of. Could be. Like that one. Now, one thing strikes me funny about this outhouse, right? I would like to go use this outhouse because I don't know where this outhouse is. It's just kind of a random photograph. But there's palm trees in the background. It looks sunny. It looks tropical. Winter's coming. Let's head on over. And but anyway, gang, an outhouse is a small structure separate from a main building which covers a toilet. This is typically either a pit latrine or a bucket toilet. That's no fun. But other forms of dry, non-flushing toilets may be encountered. I love how they say encountered, like it's going to creep up on you. But anyway, the term may also be used to denote the toilet itself, not just the structure. Outhouses were in use in cities of developed countries well into the second half of the 20th century. They are still common in rural areas and also in cities of developing countries. Outhouses that are covering pit latrines in densely populated areas can cause groundwater pollution. Oh, yeah, watch out for that now. In some localities and varieties of English, particularly outside North America, the term outhouse refers not to a toilet, but to outbuildings in a general sense. Sheds, barns, workshops, etc. Now, design aspects. Now, we know we were going to get into this. And, but I tell you what, and also, too, keep in mind if you happen to be treasure hunting, metal detecting, keep in mind, if you find that cellar hole, do keep in mind the proximity to where that outhouse is going to be located. And we'll touch a little bit more on that in a minute. But anyway, gang, outhouses vary in design and construction. Why, they are by definition outside the dwelling and are not connected to plumbing, sewer, or septic system. The World Health Organization recommends they be built a reasonable distance from the house, balancing issues of easy access versus that of smell. And I also kind of wondered if the location of the outhouse in the summer months was further away from the house than in the winter months, because in the winter you have all your windows shut. In the summer you have your windows open. And so I always wondered if the location between winter and summer, if the distance from the dwelling varied. I always thought about that, but I never quite could establish that. But anyway, gang, the superstructure exists to shelter the user. Don't want to get rained on while you're, yeah. The superstructure exists to shelter the user and also to protect the toilet itself. The primary purpose of the building is for privacy and human comfort, and the walls and roof provide a visual screen and some protection from the elements. The outhouse also has the secondary role of protecting the toilet hole from sudden influxes of rainwater, which would flood the hole and flush untreated wastes into the underlying soils before they can decompose. Outhouses are commonly humble and utilitarian, made of lumber or plywood. This is especially so they can easily be moved when the earthen pit fills up. Depending on size of the pit and the amount of use, this can be fairly frequent. Well, in my household, it would be frequent. Sometimes yearly or semi-yearly. Again, if we went back to that theory of the wintertime versus the summertime outhouse, how far away from it the house could it be? As pundit Jack Pine Bob Carey wrote, who's that? Anyone can build an outhouse, but not everyone can build a good outhouse. Floor plans typically are rectangular or square, but hexagonal outhouses have been built. The arrangements inside the outhouse vary by culture. In Western societies, many, though not all, have at least one seat with a hole in it, above a small pit. Others, often more rural, older areas in European countries, simply have a hole with two indents on either side for the user's feet. In Eastern societies, there is a hole in the floor over which the user crouches. All right, you ready for this? A roll of toilet paper, hopefully, is usually available. This part gets me. Old corn cobs. Old corn cobs. Old corn cobs. Leaves or other types of paper may instead be used, like the Sears and Roebuck catalog. You know, it's a famous one. Or leaves. Oh, I hope not. But corn cobs? Now, okay. Now, as much as I kind of like really want to kind of, how do you use a corn cob to, I don't know. But it's going to keep me up at nights, I swear. Just the, you know, one of the, I didn't upload this one photograph I have, but I actually do have from the, I think it's a photograph from the 1920s. And why in the 1920s they were taking photographs of outhouses, I do not know why. But they in there had the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and they had a bucket, like a pail full of corn cobs. How are I don't know. But anyway, gang, corn cobs. And also, too, this does not say in the article, too, but I also read stories, too, about folks where you had a can of water, and you had your rag. You had your rag, right? And you had nails on the side of the outhouse, and, of course, you were seated. And you took your rag, and you dipped it in the can of water and took care of business. And it used to be the fight amongst the households where if you didn't hang your rag up, don't use anybody else's rag, you know. Were you using my rag again? You know, that type of thing. And but anyway, yeah, you had your little can of water, and you had your rag, and you took care of business, and you hung your rag back up. And if you didn't hang your rag up, you don't use somebody else's rag. But anyway, gang, the decoration on the outhouse door has no standard. The well-known crescent moon on American outhouses was popularized by cartoonists and had a questionable basis in fact. There are authors who claim the practice began during the colonial period as an early men's/ladies designation for an illiterate populace, and basically the sun and moon being popular symbols for the sexes during those times. Others dismiss the claim as an urban legend. That's right, gang. Urban legend. You know, kind of like, like Freddy. You know, Nightmare Freddy. Anyway. But anyway, what is certain is that the purpose of the hole is for venting and light. Because, my God, are they dark. They're dark during the day. They're dark irregardless of that little moon-shaped hole. And I tell you. But anyway, gang, the little hole was for venting that you need and light, and there were a wide variety of shapes and placements employed. And one quick thought: can you imagine back in the bygone area, if you were going out to the outhouse in the evening? Can you imagine pooing by candlelight or lantern glow? And is it romantic? I don't know. But anyway, gang. Now, the shelter may cover different types of toilets. That's right. An outhouse often provides the shelter for a pit latrine, which collects human feces in a hole in the ground. When properly built and maintained, they can decrease the spread of disease by reducing the amount of human feces in the environment from open defecation. When the pit fills to the top, it should be either emptied or a new pit constructed and the shelter moved or rebuilt at the new location. Or, buy one over, other way, buy one over there for $41. And there are both environment and health risks if not done properly. As of 2013, pit latrines are used by an estimated 1.77 billion people. And I find that statistic rather amazing in this modern day and age. But anyway, this is mostly in the developing world as well as in rural and wilderness areas. And I tell you. And bucket toilet. Now this is exciting. And I actually was talking to several people who actually will still use bucket toilets. But anyway, another system is the bucket toilet. That's right. Consisting of a seat in a portable receptacle, bucket, or pail, or it could be a chamber pot if it's inside your home and underneath of the potty. And if you guys happen to see the little Foursquare advertisement that we used to promote the show, why in the, let's see if I can do this off memory, the top right corner was actually an enameled chamber pot or bucket that would be placed underneath of. But anyway, gang, these may be emptied by their owners, you would hope by their owners, into composting piles in the garden. No, not in the garden. Or collected by contractors for large-scale disposal. Historically, this was known as the pail closet. And the municipality employed workers, often known as nightmen, to empty and replace the buckets. This system was associated in particular with the English town of Rochdale, to the extent that it was described as the Rochdale system of sanitation. And I tell you what, we're not going to go too far into drums and barrels. Oh, yes, we are, because I forgot we have one interesting fact that we must cover. Now, drums and barrels in national parks. A variety of systems are used in some national parks and popular wilderness areas to cope with the increased volume of people engaged in activities such as mountaineering and kayaking. The growing popularity of paddling, hiking, and climbing has created special waste disposal issues throughout the world. It is a dominant topic for outdoor organizations and their members. For example, in some places, the human waste is collected in drums which need to be helicoptered in and out at considerable expense. That's right, gang. Helicoptered. Your poo goes for a helicopter ride. I was really struggling with this. And I was like, does this really happen? Does people's poo go for helicopter rides? And could you imagine if it crashed? And or the Joker flying the helicopter. Wouldn't it be funny if it bobs away? Anyway, but we got a little bit of statistic about that coming up a little bit. Alternatively, some parks mandate a pack it in, pack it out rule. Huh? Did you say something? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hearing things. But anyway, they have a pack it in and pack it out rule. Many reports document the use of containers for the removal of excrement, which must be packed in and packed out on Mount Everest. also known as expedition barrels or bog barrels. The cans are weighed to make sure that the groups do not dump them along the way. Toilet tents are erected. There has been an increasing awareness that the mountain needs to be kept clean for the health and sanitary of the climbers at least. And anyway, good. Other types of toilets that may be covered by an outhouse superstructure or a toilet tent, or even be installed inside a house that is beyond the reach of sewers. The Swedish Patto toilet uses a continuous roll of plastic to collect and dispose of waste. Incinerating toilets are installed in several thousand cabins in Norway, and these toilets incinerate wastes into ashes using only propane and 12-volt electricity. That would be fun. You can set your poo afire. And I tell you, they kind of didn't mention anything about here about porta potties, which is kind of reminiscent of outhouses. If you want that old outhouse feeling, why do give a porta potty a try. It just may fill that lacking need in your life. But anyway, I tell you. Now, insect control. Now, even our colonial forefathers knew that certain plants and whatnot acted as a repellent, such as pine needles and that sort of thing. But some types of flying insects, such as the housefly, are attracted to the odor of decaying material. Are they talking about maggots? I do believe. And will use it for their food for their offspring, laying eggs in the decaying material. Other insects, such as mosquitoes, seek out standing water, or if it's not water, and may be present in the pit for the breeding of their offspring. Both of these are undesirable pests to human, but can easily be controlled without chemicals by enclosing the top of the pit with tight-fitting boards or concrete using a sufficiently sealed toilet hole cover that is closed after every use, and by using a fine grid insect screen to cover the inlet and outlet vent holes. This prevents flying insects entry, from, down in, okay. But it is common, at least in the United States, for outhouses to have a bucket or a bag of powdered lime or straw or wood ash, and inside that they would have a scoop and some kind of scoop. And either before or after, hopefully after, by using the outhouse, but sometimes perhaps even both, a scoop or two of lime or ash or straw is sprinkled into the holes to cover the waste to suppress the odor, which also can help the insect issues. That's right, gang. And this method of using powdered lime is also used in common mass graves. Now, for whatever reason, we're talking about outhouses, we're talking about poo. And the author of this segment threw in, for the closing sentence of the paragraph, talking about outhouses. I don't know where this guy's head was at, but he's talking now about common or mass graves and lime. Serial killer. That's all it is. Serial killer. But anyway, gang, now going back to this helicopter thing, I did really have to kind of look at it because it kind of struck me funny and I didn't know really where to go with it or what. Your poo. That's right. Your poo does indeed fly. We have a couple. Mount Whitney. Mount Whitney had, if not still does, has the highest outhouse in the United States. So if you want to use the highest outhouse in the United States, there's one on top of Mount Whitney. And this is not a joke, but they have switched. They also will give the hikers bags and to basically pack it in and pack it out. And now the name for these bags is Wag Bag. That's right, gang. The folks there at the National Forest Service will give the hikers Wag Bags. Here's your Wag Bag. Thank you. Thank you for my Wag Bag. If anybody happens to have a Wag Bag, please send it to me. I would love to have a wag bag. I would frame it and stick it on the wall. But anyway, yeah, gang, that's right, a wag bag. Now, I just don't. Anyway. Now, there's actually a cost associated with the outhouse that they built on top of Mount Whitney. Are you ready for this? The U.S. National Park Service built an outhouse that cost above $333,000. That's right, gang. Your tax dollars at work, $333,000. They could have got one at Sears and Roebuck for 41 bucks. What are they thinking? Anyway. And two, gang. All right. Well, now we mustn't leave out Europe. Now, in 2007, Europe's two highest outhouses were helicoptered to the top of France's Mont Blanc at the height of 13,980 feet. Now, the containers from these outhouses are emptied by, you guessed it, you know it, helicopter. The facilities will serve 30,000 skiers and hikers annually. That's one busy outhouse. And thus helping to alleviate the deposit of urine and feces that spread, yeah, that's right, gang, down the mountain. Because, yeah, what's the saying? Poo rolls downhill? Yeah. But anyway, gang, that's right. And the other one, let's see, is, I thought there was one more from Europe. And let's see. Okay, also to Mount Elbrus, 18,510 feet, Russia's highest peak, the highest mountain in all of Europe. And it also has the claim of being the nastiest outhouse. And yeah, but anyway, we don't go too much further into that. Now, history, why the old outhouse pits are seen as excellent places for archaeological and anthropological excavations, offering up a trove, that's right, a trove of common objects from the past, that's right, a veritable inadvertent time capsule, which yields historical insight into the lives of the bygone occupants. This is also called, that's right, gang, privy digging. And real quick, I know it's kind of off subject. We never made it to the mint. Actually, we'll include something. I lost it. I'm actually going to include something with tonight's show, and I lost it. Oh my goodness, I had it right here. What did I do with it? Oh, I lost it. Anyway, it'll pop up. But anyway, gang, we never made it to the mint this past Saturday because even though the internet said that they were going to be open Saturday, this is the problem. They're open on Saturdays only during the summer months, and we missed it by 1 week. So they were closed. But instead, we went to the American Museum of the American Revolution, and I tell you, what a grand time. Now, after that, maybe we'll bounce back to that in a little bit. But anyway, we took a walk through Franklin Square on the way out. And I was kind of, for my book, I was kind of thinking Franklin's house isn't there anymore. And for whatever reason, I was thinking they had built on top of it. But no, they had preserved it there in Franklin Square. And they have these little, I don't know what you call it, little areas that have glass where they actually had excavated down. And one of the things that they did uncover was, that's right, gang, Ben Franklin's privy. And because I know for sure somewhere there's going to be a founding father, because the book is going to be the outhouses of our founding fathers. And I know that there's going to be at least one. I'm not going to be able to kind of do poo with our founding father. And I thought Franklin was going to be it. But no, gang, that's right. Ben Franklin's privy is uncovered. That sounded adorable. But Ben Franklin's privy is uncovered. You can actually see it. And there's actually diagrams of the archaeological dig and etc. So, no, chamber pot's going to go to some other founding father. But anyway, gang, privy digging. It is especially common to find old bottles, which seemingly were secretly stashed or trashed so their content could be privately imbibed. Fossilized feces. That sounds fun. Fossilized feces, coprolites, yield much information about the diet and health. I tell you what, that last segment is almost like poetry. And yeah, gang, that's right. For you treasure hunters and metal detectorists, the location of the outhouse can yield some great, great finds. And whether they're, how to put this delicately, if you've ever been in a hurry to go do the process, the belt comes down, the pants come down, things fall out of the pocket. And but anyway, gang, do let the outhouse be on your list of other buildings to find besides merely the cellar hole. And two, gang, that's right, we mustn't leave out the Vikings. The remains of that's right, a 1,000-year-old Viking outhouse were discovered in 2017. This is the oldest known outhouse in the country, even though evidence cannot establish it to be the first. This discovery was considered to be culturally significant. Vikings, that's right. You would think that the Vikings were just like crap in the woods. No, they got out. Anyway, in the United States, outhouses and outhouses are typically built on one level, but two-story models are to be found in unusual circumstances. One double-decker was built to serve a two-story building in Cedar Lake, Michigan. The outhouse was connected by walkways. It still stands, but not the building. The waste from upstairs, kind of even when I got to this point, when I first initially read this, who would want to be on the first floor of a two-story outhouse? Even if it doesn't, just don't, Anyway, as they say, who runs downhill? Anyway. The waste from upstairs is directed down a chute, separate from the downstairs facility in these instances. So contrary to various jokes about two-story outhouses, the user of the lower level has nothing to fear if the upper level is in use at the same time. The Boston Exchange Coffee House, 1809 to 1818, was equipped with a 4-story outhouse and with windows on each floor. You can kind of look out and see what's going on. And anyway, some outhouses were built surprisingly ornately considering the time and place. For an example, an opulent 19th century antebellum example, a freeholder, is at the plantation area at the state park in Stone Mountain, Georgia. The outhouses of colonial Williamsburg varied widely from simple, expendable, temporary wood structures to high-style brick. Thomas Jefferson designed and had built 2 brick octagons at his vacation home. Such outhouses are sometimes considered to be overbuilt, impractical, and ostentatious, giving rise to the simile, built like a brick poo house. That phrase's meaning and application is subject to some debate, but, depending on the country, it has been applied to men, women, or inanimate objects. With regards to cleaning, old newspapers and mail order catalogs, such as those from Montgomery Ward or Sears and Roebuck, were common before toilet paper was widely available. Then don't forget your corn cobs. Paper was often kept in a can or other container to protect it from mice and etc. The catalog served a dual purpose, also giving one something to read. And there you have it. Oh my goodness, I tell you, we got a little bit more, but I see we're running kind of late. Also, too, they did talk about pestilence, insects, we talked about flies and mosquitoes. But you know what? I kind of wrote down some other things that I had talked to people about. Other things that you may find in the outhouse, which may not be pleasant, besides poop, is snakes, spiders, ants, yellow jackets, bees, raccoons, and gang, that's right, your favorite and mine, bats. So there you have it. Oh, the outhouse. Oh, boy. But anyway, gang. Oh, real quick. One more thing. Oh, my God. One more thing. We'll mess this name up. I'm sorry. The Chinese goddess, Sai-Ku. Tsi-Ku. Sai-Ku, also known as Sai-Ku Nanyang, is described as a Chinese goddess of the outhouse. That's right, gang. And divination. It is said that a woman could uncover the future by going to the outhouse and basically communicate with Sai-ku. Toilet god. That's right, gang. Sai-ku. And I tell you what, did we read about her one time when we, I tell you, first talking about the hoo-poo coin? That's right, hoo-poo coin. Let's see if I can get this off here for a second here. That's right, gang, the hoo-poo. And this is my hoo-poo coin, I tell you, generously given to me by Rivendell Coins. I have to admit, this is, yes, gang, that's right, this is my favorite coin on the planet. But anyway, gang, that's right. Who would have thought there would be a goddess of the outhouse? I don't know. But anyway, gang, there you have it, the outhouse. But anyway, gang, I tell you what. A lot of stuff. And I tell you what, metal detectors and treasure hunters dig out those privies. Not only are they an excellent source of bottles, but again, you can, depending on how far away that outhouse is from the structure. And again, they move, so there's different areas on the property besides that cellar hole to be looking for treasure. But anyway, gang, we are going to move right along to the giveaway for tonight. That's right, the Viewers Appreciation Giveaway. And I tell you what, then again for tonight, we have 3 things that we'll be giving away. Will be given away in 1876. Seated Liberty Dime. That's right. Why is she sitting? Well, she just may be, well, okay. 1876. Silver seated Liberty Dime. And actually, she is not too bad. She's got a little bit of doo-doo on her. But I'm sure that would come off. But I'll let you guys, I'll let whoever the winner is take it off. And it's not real doo-doo. But, and 2, gang, that's right. We have a packet of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium toilet paper. That's right, gang. And 2, gang, chocolate. That's right. If there was ever a live stream that you wanted chocolate for, that's right, gang. It's a live stream from the bathroom about outhouses. That's right. A large Lincoln cent chocolate coin. But anyway, gang, we are going to head on over and wake up Rosie. And hopefully she'll get up on the right side of the bed. And so hang in there. Here we go. Hey, how about that? Rosie's awake and taking notice. Hooray! Oh, anyway, you just never know about her. Wakey, wakey, Rosie. Anyway, lurkers, you have to have something into the chat so that Rosie knows you are around and about. So be sure to drop something into the chat so that Rosie knows you are there. And it says, pick me, Rosie, or you'll be cleaning the outhouse. Oh my goodness, I tell you. Something. And pick me, Rosie, or I'll flush you. Ken needs to win the chocolate Lincoln. Oh my goodness, I tell you. The double-decker outhouse was a great idea before someone was killed by a falling out. Yeah. And well, anyway, I tell you what. Okay, Sai-ku wrote some awesome haiku. I wonder if it had about poo. Anyway, I tell you what, in celebration of tonight's live stream, I am going to go out. That's right, I'm going to go out and find a porta potty just to use tonight. But anyway, gang, all right, well, you know, as usual, we will be counting down from 5 and select tonight's giveaway winner. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bang. Hey, congrats, Madding. You just won tonight's viewer appreciation giveaway. Now, see that feeding Rosie some X-Lax must-have work. Anyway, gang, congrats. And I tell you what, gang, stuff to be on the lookout for. And hey, how about if I switch over to my other screen? That'd be a good idea. Well, that was completely unintentional, but it was on time. But anyway, gang, all right. Well, I tell you, congrats, Maddie, and we'll get that right out to you. And be sure to send me an email, and yeah, we'll get that out to you. And wait, you sending me poo? Never know. But anyway, gang, do not forget this upcoming Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. You got Dig and Conduct. That's right, and off the cuff. And then, gang, KP, The Big Show. Ken Peavy's The Big Show. Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always a good time. Oh, my goodness. The pack last week that was given. Oh, my goodness. I tell you. Nice pack. Always a good time. But anyway, gang, until next week. That's right, until next week. Why, Reiser is signing off and getting off the toilet. There's probably a household full of people here that actually has to, yeah. But anyway, gang, we will be signing off, and I tell you what, gang, I just want to tell you to have a great night, and we will see you next week right here, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another edition of Reiser's Treasure Hunting Emporium's live stream. So until then, have a great night, and get out there and find some history or treasure. It's all the same stuff. All right, gang, have a great night. We'll catch you around.